I am going to be giving you a session all about critical reading and note-taking, okay? It doesn't sound very exciting, it sounds a bit moist, but with energy it can be as fun as possible. I went on my favorite website, the Urban Dictionary, okay? And I looked up a bunch of celebrities, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out the description they gave. The first person to put their hand up that gets a correct answer wins a lollipop, okay? Who is an orange man who likes building walls and doesn't like China? Donald Trump, that is correct. She put her hand up first. Catch. Second one. Who is a rude girl who can't remember her name? Yeah. Pardon?
Karen.
Not a Karen. Who is it? Georgia? Matilda, no. Who is a rude girl who can't remember her name? No, but you're close. Kiana. It is Rihanna. Well done. Which famous celebrity can't you see, but he likes being chilling?
John Cena.
John Cena is correct. Well done. Why do we do that? What was the point of that, right? Why does that have anything to do with note-taking?
To get our minds thinking.
To get our minds thinking. But how did you know, for example, when I said it was an orange man? The person who pointed out was Trump. How did you know?
Because people post a lot and it gets in our mind stereotypes.
Good, right? So it's the kind of things that you're thinking about, right? You read the bits of the descriptions and you thought, he builds walls, he doesn't like China, he's orange, it's gotta be Donald Trump, okay? That is what critical reading is all about, okay? It is reading the things in front of you, understanding them, and being able to work out where they apply. So, I've got a really fun exercise for you, which Deborah's gonna give me a hand with. But to do that, I need all of you to get into teams of 4, okay? Go find your 4 besties, join up in a team of 4. Everyone ready? So, this exercise, I need you guys to listen really closely, is a reading relay, okay? So what you're gonna have to do is Deborah is gonna be on the other side of the building, okay? Don't ask her yet, okay? She'll be on the other side of the building. You guys are gonna have 10 minutes with your workbooks to make as many notes on the thing that she's got. Come back and tell your teams, okay? I've then got a quiz afterwards for your entire team, where if you're getting the points right, you're getting the sweets, okay? 3, 2, 1, go! I'm going to talk to you guys about a little bit about what's going to go on, okay? So, they are going away and going to write some notes. I've then prepared a quiz, okay, on the information that they have. So your job when they come back from picking up some of that information is you have to ask them questions. Make sure you know what the text is about, okay? If they don't know stuff, send them back, okay? Because you want to make sure you're getting as many points as possible to get as many sweets as possible, okay? So the word change is used a lot, is what it's saying there, okay?
Labour, the Labour Party,
Yes.
says its policy, uniform
Yep.
policy.
Oh, uniform policy about the Labour Party.
Is a place to change
It's a place to change the UK
D-Day or
D-Day.
Yes. So D-Day is one of the key points.
I know, yeah, that's it.
1 more minute. Everyone, can you now think about going back and talking to your team? What was the document that the runners were reading? What was it called? Yes. It was not called D-Day. What was it called?
Can I write that?
The Labour Party Manifesto. Very well done. That is 2 sweets to this team.
So come on, that's cheating. My face.
The Labour Party said they want to get extra appointments for what? Yes. Dentist appointments is not quite right. It was them next. It was them next. Pardon? The NHS. That's correct. That's really good, right? You were basically taking second-hand information from someone else. Really good point, okay? Guys here, what were the problems that you faced with trying to understand the runner? Can't read his handwriting, And you didn't have enough time for questions, I thought, right? Because you basically kept on going backwards and forwards the whole time, okay? This was really good fun, but now we're going to talk about some techniques for you guys to remember to be able to do this note-taking better. So if you can open your books, I think there are 7 things that I want you to write down, okay? And I'm going to get you to note-take it as you want, okay? I would possibly write the numbers 1 to 7 so you're able to go through, all right? So the first technique that we discussed, as pointed out by the runner over there, is write down less things. Write down fewer things, okay? Why would we write down fewer things when we're trying to get everything? Yeah.
Because then the people here will need to write out a lot more stuff that might be irrelevant.
Good. When you're writing down fewer things, you're prioritizing the stuff for how relevant. One of those techniques, okay, and I want you to have a go at trying to use it, okay? Use it for any of the lessons that you've got, use it for any of the things that you want to do, okay? Spend 5 minutes in your teams, have a discussion of those techniques, and start getting to use them, okay? The camera needs to see this. This is really good.
Okay, so we decided to do the subject of maths, and in order to revise properly, we had it so we noted down every single topic that we've done in maths. So it's things like tetration, circle theorem, trigonometry graphs, trigonometry itself, as well as 3D Pythagoras. And we also when doing these, we also remembered things that we haven't done as well. Things such as tetration and compound interest, which are things we haven't started on yet, but is in the curriculum. So we had that to revise as well.
Now, there's this bit on kind of work done and friction at the end, which is a little bit complicated. But what does it mean, basically?
Work done's like, the formula is W equals F times S.
Yeah.
Which is force times displacement for work done.
Yeah.
And then force is how much force you put in, and displacement's according to how much force you put in,
yeah,
that's how much is the output.
Very good. So it is a form of kinetic energy, right? With those 7 techniques that we went through and some of the examples that you've done, that's the way in which you write down the material, okay? And that's the way in which you can think about it, okay? Brilliant job to everyone here. Massive round of applause to all of you before we go.
My job now uses a lot of mathematical-based things to try and work stuff out. And I think particularly when you want to work in business and things like that, those numerical skills are really important, but they're very different to like algebra and Pythagoras' theorem and the sort of stuff you're doing in school. So we want to give you help you build a bit of understanding about how you may use some of those numerical skills. We've got a warm-up exercise, and then we're going to do full intros after that. What we're going to give you something, for example, and this isn't it, we're going to give you something, and then we're going to say, for example, how many trees are there in the world? We're going to give you 2 options, 1 option on that wall and 1 option on this wall. If you get it wrong, you are out. We've got 4 questions, and at the end, anyone who's left in can have a Crunchy, a Twix, or some Maltesers, all right? Does that make sense? Yeah, there we go, go on.
Blind Lights, the song by The Weeknd was the most streamed song on Spotify. How many streams does it have? I know this. If you think 150 million to the right, if you think 4,283 million to the left. So 150 million to the right. 150 million.
The most streamed song on Spotify.
4,283 million to the left.
How's the song go?
You have 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Pick a side, pick a side.
Have the people in the middle. Which one? There's no middle.
You gotta pick. I'm gonna make it. Pick a side, pick a side. Pick a side. All right, there we go. All right, you're on this side. You're on this side.
Okay.
I'd stay.
I can reveal that everybody on the right side was wrong because it. No switching. I see you two deflected.
What I want you to do is list down the main activities that you think the club does. So if I was like, what we're going to be looking at is like how much carbon emissions they do, right? So if you're Arsenal Football Club, what are the main things you spend your money on? What are the main things that you need to pay for? So advertisement is how you make money, right? That's how people pay you. But if you're Arsenal and you're running Arsenal Football Club, what do you spend your money on? What do loads of people, if you've got a football team, what do you normally have of theirs? Right? Yeah, banners. Yeah. Yeah. Food, yeah. Well, you said something here, watching. How do they make a lot of money, football clubs? What do they sell? Yeah? So TV rights, streaming, what will you spend your money on? There we go. Merchandise. Yeah? Because they make a lot of money from, I think the Agford shirt costs like £2 and they sell them for like £80 now. It's going to be both. Because you've got to buy the kit to sell it, right? You buy it to sell it. Yeah. It's like stuff like this, the money you make, making sure that's stuff we all have to do in our lives, whether it's a business or our own personal finances when we get paid. So like, you can still do maths so well. Like you had that conversation and you knew why numbers mattered. And that's what we want you to get out of this session. Don't just think about the equations, think about how you're going to use numbers in your life.
We're going to have a bit of a test here. So when I say team A, I want you to make as much noise as you can for 2 seconds. That's it. And then when I say team B, make as much noise as you can. Let's see what's going on here, okay? So, team A, go. Not sure about that one. Team B, go. Okay, that's what I like to hear. Okay, all right, we'll give you another go. I'm gonna ask you a question, okay? If you're from Kingsford School, team A, make some noise. If you're from Kingsford, okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. Oh, guys, come on. Where's the, okay. Team B, 3, 2, 1. Wow, okay. Okay, so I've got a deck of cards, and what I want you to do is really, really, really simple. All I want you to do is pick a card, and whoever has the highest card wins.
One right here.
Oh,
Hey, miss. What's this one mean?
That one's high. Or a lot. You didn't hear that. Okay, do you want to switch? Do you want to switch your card? Are you sure? Okay, cool. Ready? Let's get that energy going again. Ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1. Show your card. You won. Nice. Okay. Here you go. Here's a sweet. I'm sorry. How do you feel? How do you feel about winning? How do you feel?
I feel great.
Feel great. How do you feel? You feel grand. Nice. To our losers, how do you feel? Oh, okay. Okay. How do you feel? You feel good. Yeah. Nice. Excellent. Cool. So I'll talk a bit more about why I did that in a second. Trust me, it links. Trust me, it does. So to be honest, and I'm sure we can all agree on this, life can be beautiful at times, right? We have some great times today. We've been laughing, we've been screaming, we've been having a great time. But sometimes life can be a bit challenging, right? It can be a bit challenging. And it can be challenging for many reasons. And one of them could be when things are not in your control. Because as humans, we love the idea of control. More generally, we like the idea that if we say we're going to do something, that thing happens. And when you have challenge, it can be quite difficult. So similar to this card game, those that were playing, you didn't really have much choice over whether you got a high card or a low card. You just chose what you had and you either won or you didn't win. Maybe you're thinking too much about the future. Sometimes it can be a bit challenging. But what's really important is that we break that cycle. Because if we don't, we can get stuck in this loop of thinking and thinking. I'm not sure about you. Sometimes you have like an internal battle in your mind where you're saying, maybe I should do this, maybe I shouldn't. Does anyone kind of go through these experiences sometimes? Or maybe, you get that sometimes. So the important thing is that how we feel can influence how we think, which influences how we behave. So in this situation, for example, the card game, Abdullahi, he won. He's thinking, yeah, I'm sick, I feel good. I won, I got my sweet, he feels good. Maybe throughout the rest of the retreat, when it comes to the barbecue later, he's gonna say, everyone get out of my way, I'm a winner. I'm gonna behave that way, right? But sometimes, maybe if we lose or we're going through a difficult situation, then maybe we're going to think a bit negative. We're going to feel a bit negative, and maybe we'll behave that way as well. So it's important that we break up that chain. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to have my glitter jar. So as you can see at the moment, this glitter jar is quite clear in the middle, and this represents our mind. So it's quite clear at the moment. So this is what happens to our mind. All this glitter going on in the jar is our thoughts. So normally, what happens is, as I mentioned to you, our thought process can be quite automatic because our chimp brain, it doesn't know we're in danger or not. It doesn't know if we're in life or death situation. It just tells you what to think a lot of the time. So I have an exam. I have a presentation. Your chimp brain says to you, no, this is danger. This is danger. Don't do this. You might start feeling nervous, heart palpitations, feeling a bit sweaty. And the challenge is, every time I shake this, this is when you're engaging with your chimp brain. The more and more that you listen to your chimp brain, the more and more your thoughts are going around in your mind, the more nervous you're getting, the more sweaty you're getting. This is what happens to us naturally if we're listening to our chimp brain, okay? But if we take a very mindful approach and we just let this pause, I'm not shaking this up, I'm just letting it pause. And what I would do in that situation is I'd say to myself, look, I've got an exam, I've got a presentation. I'm gonna recognize how I feel right now. That's all I'm gonna do in my mind. And it doesn't have to be long. You don't have to do this outwardly. Nobody knows that you're doing this in your mind. You just say, do you know what? I'm gonna stay still for a second. I'm gonna recognize how I feel. I feel nervous. I feel anxious. And you're gonna accept that. That's okay. I feel nervous, I feel anxious, and that's okay right now. It makes sense.
This is a meditation that I do with my clients at work, and it's usually 10 minutes. We're going to do 5 minutes because everyone looks super, super tired, so we're not going to do that. I'm going to put a timer on. I'm going to do a 5-minute meditation. It's called Eye of the Hurricane. So the idea is that you are going to focus. So imagine a hurricane, right? The hurricane is made up of all your thoughts, everything that's happened today, everything that's happened this week, last week, or anything you're excited about for next week. And the idea is that you are going to be in the eye of the hurricane, which is a small little part in the middle of the hurricane where there's no sound, there's nothing going on. It's just for you to sort of focus yourself and center yourself and allow yourself that opportunity to just rebalance. So I'm going to put a timer on, and you just have to follow my instructions. And take another deep breath for me, and breathe out slowly. Imagine how it feels in your shoulders. Are you feeling any tension?
Zap. I don't know your name. Zap. Okay, so the point of this game, I'm gonna actually ask for 5 volunteers. Can I have 5 volunteers? Step up. I only need 5. You might figure it out who's the 5th.
Obviously, it's me right here.
Well, hopefully today you'll be able to write a poem as a group. So each one of you will have your own team. Hopefully by the end of it, we'll compete and see which poem was the best, okay? I'm a spoken word artist outside of work. As I said to you guys before in the 2 Truths and a Lie, I work in the prison, and I teach young men that have been incarcerated how to be able to do poetry, how to be able to act, how to be able to write in general. The aim, hopefully, with spoken word is literally just being able to articulate poetry, to be able to speak poetry, if that makes sense, yeah? By the end of today, you'll be able to create your own spoken word, okay? So with everyone that comes on, with spoken word, if you've been performing for the first time, quickly. If you're performing for the first time, thank you ladies. If you're performing for the first time, when a group comes on in the middle, I want everyone to stomp your feet, let's go Stomp your feet, stomp your feet. Everyone stomp your feet, let's go. First timer? First timer. Nice, okay, cool. Who wants to go first?
First, our team is called Better Than Best.
Cool, why is it called Better Than Best?
Because we are better than the best.
Fair enough. And okay, what makes you want to listen to someone?
What makes me want to listen to someone is if they show respect, their body language, their facial expression, and the interest they have similar.
Okay, so what makes a good speech? Confidence, good topic, eye contact, hand gestures, good scene of humour, body language, engagement, structure, good communication, projected voice, and confidence.
Nice. Round of applause for the team. So I've written an artist across the room, and I want you to actually highlight using your pens some of the metaphors, some of the things that you picked up that's actually really interesting. So for example, oh, sorry, I couldn't have done remember. So for example, does anyone know who Little Sims is? Yeah. She was in Top Boy. She was in Top Boy. Okay, so for those who do not know who Little Sims is, she's an artist. She was in Top Boy. She was the lady with locks in Top Boy. I don't know if you remember Deshane's babe. Yeah, Deshane's girl. Oh, fair enough. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you there. So in each one of the room, I want you to split up, pick a quote, and I want you to analyze that quote. Why is it interesting? What's the metaphor, for example? We'll do that for 5 minutes, yeah? Let's go. Stop our feet. Let's go. First timer. Nice. And your poem.
Okay, guys, our poem is called Jollof Rice.
Right.
Father's Day tomorrow, so I made him some rice. The spiciness of the food brought a tear to his eyes. So I made this poem just to tell you, my dad loves me and I love him too. The taste of the food is something to mention. He treats it like gold, the way he treats his pension. Love you, Dad. Made by us.
Okay, round of applause.
All of that team. Imagine losing. Imagine.
Rice is diverse, like this earth, eaten by all ever since birth. All your poems are bummy, while rice is called our tummies. Fried rice from China, and the best of all, jollof rice from Nigeria. Overall, all rice is nice, even like rice. Nice.